What's up, peeps? Huh. Looks like somebody had to change their heart. Good afternoon, peeps. It looks to me like the buy stops I left you in, telling you about the 5-minute, 7-minute buy stops have worked out perfectly. I mean, talking about going up, you can't go up any higher. It was a fantastic day today. Hope you all made a lot of demo money on those. Just a picture perfect 5-minute, 7-minute buy. Couldn't ask for better. Look at all those pips. Jiminy fucking Christmas. My video on YouTube, on TikTok, they're saying contains nudes and body images. Are you kidding me? TikTok is so weird. All right, peeps, we got to get this lined up. We know how to get going here. All right, let me get this going. There we go. How the heck do we make correct call after correct call? I don't know. System's amazing, is it not? Let's see. No, no, no. We don't care about that. No, yes. Put this over here. Go over to here. And let's go over to our, we'll leave that one up. All right, save changes. Yep, we're done. Okay. All right, anybody here? Let's see if anybody's here. What time is it? What's up, John Parker? One person. That's interesting. John, you're the only one here. Me and you having a private session, baby. That's funny. I think we're a few people on TikTok. What's up, Nadal? What's up, Not Your Average Joe, Geo, Rainman, and Nothing But Shaft? Good morning to, well, good afternoon to everybody. Well, it could be morning somewhere. All right. So let's take a look. Some nice little trades from this morning. You're looking at a $550, so that's 550 pips on US 30 from 2 days ago. This is Target. We don't care about them. These are just tagged ones. P&G. This NAS is up 1,900 pips since 3 days ago. Yeah, 1,900. Is that right on NAS? Wow, we've been booming. Well, at any rate, those are some trades from that account, particular account. It's not a big account, obviously. Let me get this back over here. There we go. John's like, rock and roll. That's right, baby. Good afternoon, Barry. Good afternoon again, John. My only person here. That's funny. Well, Barry's here now. All right. So earlier today, I called left you all on a 5-minute, 7-minute buy stop. It's since dropped back down a little. We don't care. It's just giving you more opportunity to get right back in again. These buys are going to be long term. I don't know why that's showing like that. Let's pull this up. Maybe. There we go. So we have cells just flipping. Buy, stop. Let's see. We can go down the 5-second blue line. Let's take a look. 5-second. Buy stop to the 5-second blue line, all indices. Let me see the one. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely easy money. Buy stop to the 5-second blue line, all indices. It's going up as I'm talking to you, actually. That's kind of ironic. There we go. All right. Now, and here's my piece of advice to every last one of you. I've been telling you this even though I'm not a financial advisor.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
All right. This is what you have. You have a 12-hour daily buy stop on US 30. US 30 has hit its orange line. That's how I knew where it was going, but we'll get to that in a minute. What we're doing now currently is I'm going to call out a buy stop now for all the indices that we trade regularly until another 1,000 pips goes up on US 30. That's correct. You're going to see NAS go up approximately another 700 to 1,000 pips, and you're going to see, there you go, and you're going to, it's already flipped, it's already going up, NQ1, and you're going to see ES1 and SPX go up hundreds of pips over the next several weeks to months. This trade that you're currently in right now was called out by me, well, all the way back through March and April, specifically April the 7th. You can go back to the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You'll hear me saying this will be going to record highs. So there we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And I'm going to explain to you. This is going to be a training video by the time I'm done. Can you hear me okay on YouTube, by the way? Is the sound okay just on YouTube? It's such a delay on YouTube. Well, I hope they can hear me okay on YouTube. All right. These are the best lives to catch, by the way. You don't want to catch a live when I'm doing my lives, when I'm making all these call outs. I try to get some training in. Those are great and they're entertaining and everything. That's awesome. Thank you, John. Sounds perfect. Barry says good. But what you want to go and understand is do these afternoon or off trading time lives. That's when I'm going to go over a lot of good information. So I would strongly recommend you look at these ones really, when you have time to rewatch. All right. Now, all right, here we go. Back April the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, I was making a call. And the call I was making was this. I was literally telling you all to keep taking any buys you can on ES1, SPX, NQ1, NAS, and US 30 and YM1 until it hit right exactly where it is today. And I was calling this back here when it was going straight down. So not am I calling live calls correctly right now, which I am. I'm actually had made this call back 2 months ago. April, May, June, almost 3 months ago. So 2.5 months ago. So as this was falling downward to doom and everyone was saying tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Does anybody remember tariffs being terrible and tariffs are terrible and tariffs are going to drop the stock market? And what was I telling to you all back then? I said, no, this is a weekly, 3-weekly buy stop and you're going to see this go up to record highs. Okay, so let's go ahead and document for history and posterity's sake that everyone back in April and March and January and February and March and April, all they were doing back in February, March, April, all the news was tariffs are terrible. That's why the markets are going down. Which you guys all know now, as I was telling you, which is and was 100% total bullshit. Okay? I was telling you back then every day that the markets were going to go up to record highs. And here we sit. Okay? And now they are. Now I'm telling you that they are still overbought, but will go up will go up until US 30 hits its record high in about 1,000 to 1.3 thousand pips. Still all buys until then. Okay? So now this way no one can say I never wrote it out or told you. It's actually written out. The world was ending. Yeah, that's right, Barry. That's correct. And isn't that just the funniest thing? What's up, Tommy Toodles? So just so we're all clear, because some of you have short-term memory lapses, this is exactly what I said. Exactly word for word what I told you was going to happen has now happened. Now, I'm sure Tommy understands, and most of you that have any kind of trading experience with me knows how I did that. It's not that I'm a time-traveling alien, whatever. It's just that it's common sense. And let me teach you how I was able to do this, okay? I can't spell worth of shit, but I'm a pretty okay trader. This is how. Take a look, and I'm going to go ahead and draw this out for us using right colors and everything. This is the orange lines on every one of these. So we're going to go like this. Okay. That's the orange line. We're going to go like this. And that's the orange line. We're going to go like this. And that's the orange line. We're going to go like this. And that's the orange line. We're going to go like this. And that's the orange line. What you can clearly see is that price action is above the orange line on the first. Your candles are above right here. See your price action, this right there, is above the orange line here, is above the orange line here, is above the orange line here and here. It is below the orange line here. So on the first four, you can clearly see that price action is above it right there. This is price action. This is the orange line. This is what the price action looks like. Let me go ahead and draw it in for you. Okay, so this is right here, price action. And you can clearly see that this price is above this orange line. Price is above the orange line. This is price right here. It is above right now. You can see the dotted line, the orange line. Price action is above the orange line on number 3. And price action is above the orange line on number 4. And this is price action now right at the orange line. So how I was able to call this months and months in advance as everything was falling, the sky was falling, Chicken Little looked like they were right, the end of the world was happening, tariffs are the worst thing in the history of the world, right? I said, no, this is nothing more than a weekly, 3-weekly buy stop. It will go up to record highs. I don't know if it's in a month or 2 or 3 or 6 or a year, but you will be seeing record highs. And lo and behold, now you have record highs again. And there they are. And I told you this months ago. How? Because I trust my system, and the ES1 right here is where it was, right? That's your orange line. It was going back there no matter what. This is a green, 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 red, green, green buy stop. It was going back there. And lo and behold, price action went to it and went past it. On SPX 500, which is the same thing as ES1, we had a green, 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 red buy stop. This is the orange line. Price action was down here. I knew it had to go up and past this orange line, and it did. And there's your record high. It's there now today. NQ1, a lot of you trade that on your funded account. Green, 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 red. Weekly, 3-weekly buy stop. I know it was going back to the orange line and past it, and there it is. There's your record high. Now you're looking at NAS on this one. It was all the way down here, like April 7th, 8th, whatever it was, completely bottoming, just completely tanking. Everyone said, oh, it's going to keep going down. It's the end of the world. I was saying, fuck, no, it isn't. This is going to go right back up to this orange line and past it, and it did. Here it is, US 30 and YM1, by the way, all tanking down here. I said, no, it's going to go to the orange line. Take all these buys on all these other indices until US 30 goes up to and touches its orange line, which is today. That's where you're at. Now I'm telling you it's going to go up past here, which it will. So listen to all that. Listen to the logic. 1, 2, 3, 4 were above it. This one was lagging. It's going to it, and it did today. Now it's also still below its previous high. So it will go above this. So US 30 and YM1 are going to go above their previous highs. They're one and the same. You guys like to trade them different. I don't know why, but they're the same thing. So does everybody understand that? What's up, Kirk? Yes, you understand that, or no, you don't. There's not many of you here, but we don't need many of you. All I need is the good ones that are here right now. I'm trying to tell you to take any demo buy stop you can find, including the Uno reversal buys, on all 6 indices until we go from where we're currently at. So give or take about 1,000 to 1,500. Okay? So let me tell you again, and I'll write this out for you. Barry Dishes, Larry says, what's up, Larry? Please take any demo buy stop on all on US 30, SPX, NAS, ES1, YM1, NQ1 until US 30 and YM1 hit and go past their previous highs. In about 1,000 to 1,500, about 1,300 pips. Free signal for the next several, probably months, at least weeks. Okay. I don't know if I spelled everything right, but we're not getting here for spelling. I'm here because I can make trades that no one else can, including this. So how could you have traded this trade with this knowledge? Well, knowing what this is, okay, that this was a buy, demo only buy, until it goes up to where it is today. Okay. How would I have traded this? Well, we can clearly see that the rules state, whether it's weekly or 1 second, it doesn't matter. This is how you would look at this trade to trade it. Just follow your rules and watch. You get in. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this for you guys. Can I do this? I don't know. We'll see. Damn, I had Keith hard coded in. All right. The orange line. When it dips below any time frame, and you have a buy stop, so this 1 week, 3 week, we have a buy stop on the 3 week. We're looking at US 30. And I'm going to teach you how to trade this trade. Let me go over to this way right here. Now, oh, how cute. All right. US 31 week on the right with my system, without it on the right. Without it, let's go back in time so you guys can get a clear idea of what I was looking at when this was happening. This would have been, roughly speaking, right here. And let me scoosh it forward just a little. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, this is what it looked like without mine on the left, with my system on the right. Let's scoosh this over a little bit. Now, without my system over here, to me, this is clearly an M. This should have gone through the center, should have gone through the previous support resistance right here, should have dropped down and continued to go down if I was reading this without my system. With my system, oh no, that's bullshit. You can clearly see on the higher time frames it's green, 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 and then the red, and then of course your green, green, and then your buy stop. So we know we're in the middle of a buy stop on US 30 because my system's pink and purple line were low. The blue and orange line stayed high. We're in the middle of the second leg of a W on US 30 weekly. You can clearly see that the W would have started here and here. This is simply the most important indicator in the history world, the sniper. You can see that there are the reds right here, which will turn back to green, and you can see this trade will reverse and come back up. So how would you play it? How do you play this the trade with the system? Very simply, we'll scoosh a little bit more so you guys can see this. We'd enter the trade, well, technically with the other ones already moving up, you could have, but you're going to enter the trade once this orange line is below here, so somewhere around here. You're going to enter once price action does this right here. And once this hits it right here, this is going to be your entry or your buy stop. And since we're on the weekly, what we're going to do is put our stop loss down below here, and this is our stop loss. Okay? Because it's the weekly, it's a very high time frame. We're good with that. So our entry is off the orange line. I hope you all understand that. If not, rewatch it. How would you enter a trade over here? I don't fucking know. I have no clue of how to trade a non-system chart. It's gobbledygook and useless. If you try to put anything on there like volume, VWAP, RSI, head and shoulders, naming of candle and candle patterns, M's, this would be a sell. I hate to tell you, that's a sell big time. But it's untradeable over here. This is just not tradable. With the system, we clearly have an entry when it comes back up and around to the orange line. Our stop loss is behind and below the pivot point. Our take profit one would be right here at the yellow. Our take profit two would be right here at the orange. I love take profit two. Take profit two is the best take profit in the history of the world. I just took some today, actually, on one of my smaller accounts. This right here is your top, and this is where a runner gets involved. You leave one trade open, you let it run. Boop, boop. Okay. Thank you, Barry. Don't care about that at all. What up, Kirk Brown? All right. So now we have our setup, stop loss, buy stop, take profit 1, 2, and let it run. Now you're dealing with US 30. US 30 is a monster. It's called the Widowmaker. It used to be called the Widowmaker because so many people lost so much money on it, they would take themselves out, unalive themselves. All right, so watch. We're going to wait. Now, price action just came back up to here. You can't see it. So I'm going to enter this as a buy. And then we're going to let this play out. Okay, and then there's the hook. So I'm going to pause it for a second. This is what I was just showing you. You remember what I drew out over here? Watch. You remember what I drew out right there? That's what happened. You see how it went up, hooked, and came back around right there? Look at that. What I drew out is exactly what occurred. It hooked, came back up and around, hit the orange line, entry. Take profit one would be at the yellow. It's already take profit one. You close it down. Then take profit two is up to the orange line right here. So just watch as this goes forward. Boom. We don't care about the profit. What we care about is the 100% win rate. Now, that's the basics of the trade. But let me explain something to you. That means nothing to what we're doing. Inside of these trades, okay, inside of these trades right here, as this was going up from here to here, okay, there was not just the weekly buy stop we traded. You can come over, let me go over to my other charts here real quick. You can come over to here. Okay, beautiful, thank you. And we're going to do this. And we're going to come up to US 30. US 30. Okay. And we're going to come over to here. And we're going to put on my US 30. US 30 admin. Okay, there you go. So now we have to take off our time. Let me see something really quick. All right, now we're going to go over to weekly. And we're going to go down to daily. All right, now what you're going to look at is we just showed you that there was a weekly, 3 weekly buy stop for US 30. Now we're going to go down from the weekly buy, which, by the way, just so we're clear on that, would have generated you, if you'd have got in when you were supposed to on the orange line and you'd have held it, you'd have been up, and this is no exaggeration, this is exactly what happened today, over 3,000 pips. So you'd have been up 3,000 pips on the US 30 weekly, 3 weekly buy. All right? Now, inside of that weekly buy, so from this line forward, let's be clear on this. From this line forward, your entry would have been, roughly speaking, here. Okay? So from that green line forward, we have a fill-in-the-gap daily buy stop right here. So not only do we have one weekly buy, we have a daily buy. And that daily buy would have generated from the orange line up, so somewhere around here to current, about 1,300 pips. So the weekly buy, let me go over here. US 30 weekly buy demo made over 3,000 pips. The daily buy inside of the weekly made over 1,200 pips. Now we're going to go down to the, I don't know, we'll go down to a 12-hour buy stop. And let's see what the 12-hour buy stop made. So let's go down here to the 12-hour. So from this line over, do we see a 12-hour? Oh boy, do we. This is a 12-hour daily buy right here. You can clearly see our logo. Well, that forms too. This is it right here. The sniper never misses. When the pink, blue, and purple lines are low and the pink crosses it, green, 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 red, green, green, buy stop. You'd have gotten in. Let me move this out just a little bit so you guys can see a little more. There we go. You'd have gotten in on the orange line again. The orange line would have been right here. I might have too many tabs open. Hello, let's go. Oh my goodness, come on. Really? Soul Survivor. Soul Survivor. Okay. All right, maybe that'll help. All right. So now we have the weekly, the daily, and now we're at a 12-hour buy. So let's go over here again and try to actually show it. It would have been entered here, and you'd have been up to here. Jesus. Another 1,1400 pips. So let's go back over to here. I wonder if it just has trouble remembering the words. Soul Survivor. Good afternoon, Trey Gunn. Good afternoon to everybody on TikTok and YouTube. We're just trying to go over, but I think I'm blowing up my computer at this point. Soul Survivor. There we go. Now maybe we can get it back to normal. All right. So we had the weekly buy, which is up over 3,300 pips. We have the daily buy, which is up over 1,400 pips. We have the 12-hour buy, which is over 1,200 pips. So what you're seeing is the safety trade inside of a safety trade inside of a safety trade, kind of like the Russian doll things. And it gets safer and safer each trade you get. Now I can go down to the 4-hour. Let's see the 4-hour from here. Okay. We can see actually 1 fill in the gap, 2 fill in the gap, 3 fill in the gap, a buy stop outright, 4, 5, and then of course the full on buy stop right there. So there's about 5 4-hour trades on the way up, 1 weekly, 1 daily, 1 12-hour, and about 5 4-hour trades. Now, why I tell you all to always take the time frames and always do the buys when it's in a buy like this is because you're always going to get eventually back into profit no matter what trade you take. Even if you're fucking wrong. Let's go to the one, that line again on the weekly and go to the 1 hours. There it is. So let's see the 1 hours. We have 1, a whole bunch of fill in the gaps. We have 2. We have 3, maybe if it moves. I see it right there. We have 3. 3. 1 hour buys. 4, 5. 6. 6 1 hour buys. 7, 8. 7, 8. Fill in the gap. We won't count that. All right. So about 8. And you're supposed to do the 30-minute buys. So let's go back and see if we can see the 30-minute buys. All right, let's see if we can find our green line. There it is. We have, oh, perfect. There's the absolute bottom of the trade, by the way, right here, when you see this 30-minute buy stops to the blue line. You can clearly see buy stop, buy stop, buy stop to the blue line, to the blue line. That's 3 of those. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take every buy, and it can't go wrong. as long as you're still climbing, which you are, watch. This line over here, the pink line, as long as you're still climbing up it, going towards the orange line, it's always going to go up for you. The trade will always go up. That's why I'm teaching you never to take the sells when this occurs. Hold on one second. Let me repeat that to Keith. Hey, Monster, just doing a live right now, and this is what just hit me. As long as the weekly pink line was going up to the orange line previous, right? It's always going to go there. I was like, holy shit. I think we have a solution to one issue. Just remember this one. It's very important. All right. Let me see if I can pin this. Can I pin my own message? More pin. Yep. Okay. All right. So what am I telling you? That as long as the pink line is rising on the most important indicator ever made, the sniper, it will go up to touch that orange line, or I always sell right before then, but that's where it goes to. You play any weekly buy, daily buy, 12-hour buy, 4-hour buy, 1-hour buy, 30-minute buy, 15-minute buy, 5-minute buy, 1-minute buy, 15-second buy, and 10-second buys. And let me be as specific as I can. Once the first 30-minute buy stop is triggered, right? Okay. You know you have, let me go over to here so you can see this. Oopsie, sorry, I moved that too far. Let me go over here maybe, and so you can see this. All right. Now, once you have the 30-minute triggered, it will show in our, you guys, some of you have this on your charts. You'll see the very first time it happens. And then that's the 30-minute bottom, for instance. You know you caught the falling knife when it's a 30-minute 3-month. You see how much it's up on Bitcoin, for instance, in this case. 3-week bottom. All right. So let me go ahead and give you guys some hints. What you need to do, let me be clear on this. What you're looking as a trade tracker, we're offering, all this trade tracker to anyone out there that trades, that has any kind of following whatsoever. So you can either prove that you're not a complete loser liar, or you can prove that you're actually a good trader, depending on how you look at it. So what my people need to understand is how to always be correct with your trades. This goes doubled up for Lazarus, okay? This is what you do. How to always be correct. That didn't even goddamn English. How to always be correct with your trades. All right. 1, wait for weekly, daily demo buy stop. Or technically that's backwards. Wait for daily, weekly. Two. Or wait for weekly, monthly buy stop, or you get the idea, monthly, 3 monthly buy stops. Okay, demo only. Now, once you have that, 2, wait for the first 30 minute demo buy stop to occur. That is the absolute bottom. Then wait for the Uno reverse to call demo buy stops on the 5 seconds over and over again. Hundreds of times on the way up to the orange line. You literally probably will get anywhere from hundreds to thousands of buys. John, Lizzie, don't be a douche. Whoever you are, don't be a douche. John, Barry, Kirk, do you guys, Larry, let's get with Larry. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Because if you understand what I'm telling you, this is what we're coding into the robot. Keith is working on it as you speak. Understand this concept. When these are called, this is one time and you enter the trade. The robot is going to take that as the signal to flip on the Uno reverse. The Uno reverse will be called out, and then it will only trade the lagging signal, NAS, NQ1, SPX, or ES1, and then it will always be correct all the way up until it hits the orange higher time frame line. Larry said 100. Okay, so Larry gets it. John, Barry, Kirk, any of you here, do you understand what I'm trying to teach you? This is advanced. I understand this isn't for beginners. I get that. I'm not saying it is for beginners. You guys need to rewatch this over and over again until you understand what I just said. I just showed you how to find the trade. Then I took you how to go safety trade inside a safety trade. And then I took you how to find the absolute bottom of any higher time frame. It's when the 30-minute flips and gives you the first one. That's what these signals are right here into your signal rooms. And now I'm teaching you to look for any Uno reversal on the way up on that. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? I really need you guys to understand this. This is extremely important. I'm telling you, this is so good of a trade that I'm having Keith code it into our robot. All the robots will have this logic to it. Barry Deutsch says, got it. Oh, got in. That's funny, Barry. Kirk says 777. Okay. Now, this is a lot. I understand it's not for beginners. I get that. I understand that what I'm teaching right now is pretty advanced. But Nadal, if you do this particular type of trade, you cannot lose. You'll be 99% accurate. The only way you will lose if God wants you to lose, and I can't argue with God. I do believe when I'm done testing this, you will see hundreds, if not thousands of trades, for instance, on Bitcoin going up. You will see hundreds, if not thousands of trades on US 30, NAS, and SPX, gold, whatever we put it on. I mean, this is going to be the backbone. Now, of course, we'll have a few more rules in there for the robot to do. Take profits, trailing stop losses, that type of thing. What's up, Dark Lights? We'll put it on repeat, says Kirk Brown. Yeah, definitely. You're going to want to rewatch this video, Dark Lights. I just went over it. This is a training video. Training video, rewatch. Save, we're going to add this to playlist. Playlist, select. Best training. And that should be good, done. Okay. Save. All right. Darkly says I will. Good. All right, so that's how I made the call for the weekly. Let's start from the beginning. I'll go with a good recap for you guys. I knew for a fact where it was going because I trust my system wholeheartedly. I knew for a fact that US 30 had to go up and go to its orange line because NAS, NQ1, SPX, and ES1 were all above theirs. US 30 was lagging on the weekly. I knew it had to go up. That means when it has to go up, it's one for all. They all go up. Okay? So there you go. Bye, Barry. Have a good weekend. Hopefully it was a great week for you. All right? So now we found out that it was going up to the orange line. We then took, and I showed you how to take the daily, weekly buy stop. No. Then I showed you how to take the 12-hour daily buy stop and then the 4-hour, 12-hour buy stop. We went down to the 1 hour. And then as long as this is still, now remember the logic here so you guys are clear on this. Our trade tracker tracks every trade for the 30-minute entries. So if we're trading the weekly, remember this. As long as this pink line is going up and we haven't hit to this orange line yet, it's going to make the correct buy stop on the Uno reverse. So you can trade not just the higher time frames, but on the way up, as this is going up, right here, as this is rising right here, going to this line, you can take any 5-second buy stop you want. And that's going to be hundreds of buy stops on this from here to here up. Hundreds of buy stops from here to here. This is approximately where you would have entered. And you would have made just thousands of pips upon thousands of pips. Again, this isn't for the weak of heart. This isn't for the beginners. This is for the more immediate to advanced members that I have. Hey, Kevin, I'm having so much fun with your system. I just opened an account, Hugo's Way, with $500 on Tuesday. I'm up to $900 today. Thanks so much for sharing the system. It's so much fun when you're... Isn't it fun? Very happy for you, by the way. Extremely happy for you, Dark Lights. And if you rewatch this video, you're going to be able to see... Yeah, you'll be able to double your account probably every day if you're using the Uno reverse. So this is the logic behind the robot. And this is what it's doing. It's reading the pink line, 30-minute first time. It's calling any buy stop that's on the 30-second and below, 5 seconds through 30-second buy. There is not enough history for the blue line. I've mentioned that multiple times, George. So over here, when there's not enough history for the blue line, you play the orange line. And that's what this is right here. It's a limitation of trading views. They suck, basically. Okay. You're welcome, Dark Lights. You're welcome, GB. You're welcome, George. All right. So, yeah. All right. Now, the same logic is applied to what I'm about to show you and already talked about earlier. It's a buy stop all the way back up here, continuous, until we go past the previous high for US 30. And just go back and rewatch the video. You'll see what I mean. So we're going to go up, back up past the previous highs, just like it did on NAS and NQ1. So you're still in a continuous buy for US 30, YM1, NAS, NQ1, SPX, ES1 until further notice. This is still a weekly, 3-weekly buy stop for all indices. And I think that's a lot for you guys to chew on. I know you guys are probably going to have some questions over this. It's probably way too advanced for 90% of you. But if you rewatch it over and over and over again, you're going to see how we combined all, this is so, God is so cool. We combined all of our different indicators. So we combined the logic and tracking of our trade tracker that tracks the first time, for instance, the weekly or the 3-weekly or the monthly or the 3-monthly hits its bottom, and it tracks it and it keeps the trade open. So if we go to the 3-month on, yeah, we can't even get to there anyways because it can't even track my orange fucking lines. I swear to God. Oh, wait, that's US 30. Let's go to Bitcoin. Sorry. It's going to be the same thing. Isn't that funny? So, but the same thing. So it's up until here. Now, technically, except for the runner, the trade would have been closed down at 67,000. And then you let your runner run like it is. Okay, so it's tracking that. There. 30-minute buy stop Bitcoin. If you'd had my system with the logic, it takes all this logic now. Then it combines it with all the logic of our Uno reverse. And it combines the two into a robot. Remember I told you back when the trade tracker came out, it would be doing a robot? Hey, Kev, it's been a while, but that sell on gold was great. Thank you, D-Hoss. What's up, D-Hoss? All right. So this logic of the 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, 30 second, sending it into the room, when the 1 second's flip goes to the 5 second, that logic has been combined now with the trade tracker logic. And this is being created into a fully automatic trading robot. So when you guys see it come out, if you're in the signal rooms, any of the signal rooms, or if you're in the sniper rooms, you'll be getting the robots for extremely cheap. If you're not, and you're just a regular member and you're saying, well, you're going to pay, at minimum, I can only see a robot going for $1,000 a month. They will always be accurate. They always will win. They will always, if they're not a 90% win rate, I'm not releasing a robot. If gold is 90% win rate, I'll release it. If Bitcoin is a 90%, I mean, it will be. They all will be. It's going to be crazy how exceptionally accurate these fully automatic robots are. Nice, D-Hoss. Can I use that for a... D-Hoss, are you retired using my system? Or could you retire if you want to, D. Haas? I'm so proud of you. Can I use that as a testimonial, please? Let's see if D. Haas will let me use it. I love hearing these things. I'm so happy when my people, my members do good and get this. I'm just so happy. Diaz, can I add you to my list over here? Oh, I got a yes. Thank you, sir. So D. Haas, I wonder when he actually got into the top 10%. I'm so happy for you, D. Haas. See? And people don't come on the lives anymore because they're making all their money. I love you and what you're doing. Thank you, D. Haas. You'll help other people multiple times over. Thank you, D. Haas. Top percent of his age group. Yay. Yay, D. Haas. We have one more now to add to the list. There's so many. I've gotten so many emails. I just don't add them to the list, to be honest with you. Congratulations to D. Haas. You go this year. Okay. Cool, D. Haas. Sorry. Yes, we are making money. You go, D. Haas. No worries. And this is a buy stop you're currently in on US 35 minute, by the way. And it will go up to the orange line. I should call Keith on that. All right. I know you guys probably have a whole bunch of questions. I'm not going to really answer those questions. But if you have some questions I can't answer quickly, please ask right now. Okay. Any quick questions I can answer for you? What's up, Persistent? Congratulations again to D. Haas. He's been using the system for a while now. I think it took him. If anyone says anything bad, I'm banning you. Thank you, D. Haas. All right, TikTokers, any question before I go? This has been a hell of a training video, more than you guys were probably understanding or expecting. I would rewatch this video many times over. It isn't for the faint of heart. I didn't make it for you guys who are beginners. That's not what I did. I made this for the people who actually kind of understand the system. Thank you, D. Haas. Congratulations, standing O to you. I'm always happy when we got another member retired. This is just fantastic. Alex, have a blessed weekend. D. Haas, you too. I'll probably be on again tomorrow morning if I know me, because I don't sleep much. And I really, really, really want to get more of you retired. You're welcome, Vince. Thank you for being here. All right. God bless you all on TikTok. All right. YouTubers, Facebookers, I don't know, Xers, Twitchers. God bless you all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing that you've done that, D. Haas. I'm so glad. I'm just thrilled to hear it, man. That's fucking fantastic. Just fucking fantastic. Kev, next to you. Oh, God. D. Haas, you're being silly at this point, but thank you, sir. All right. God bless you all. Everyone have a great weekend, or at least until I talk to you tomorrow morning.